You're live.
Welcome to the last championship on Sunday. It's our men's D3 final. Defending champion Tridents and NOLA. Really excited for this one. I'm Wendy Young. I'll be joined by Sheila Adams. Bringing this one to you live. Thank you so much for the Dallas Reds getting us together so we can do a stream with announcers and scoreboard and such. There's an alternate stream on our YouTube page if you want just natural sounds and don't want to listen to us. All right, and just so we're aware of our colors here, Miami's going to be in this blue teal, and NOLA in the gold and green. As we mentioned there, Miami is the defending champions, but NOLA definitely going to be looking for an upset. Sheila, what can we expect today?
I can tell you right off the bat, we're seeing a lot of kicking game right now, but we're going to expect a lot of great tackles from both sides. Almost taken out by the ball, but that's okay. We're very, very agile, as we will say. No, fantastic tackles. We're going to see a lot of great runs. Again, with what's on the line right now, we're going to see a lot of powerful plays being played, not just for scruns, set plays from lineouts. I'm talking like hard runs, hard tackles. We know what's at stake. We know who wins today is going to advance to nationals. It's going to be held in Round Rock, Texas, in a couple of weeks. So we're definitely going to be seeing a high-paced, high-impact game today.
And our referee in the center is from Texas, from the Texas Referee Society. That's Justin Hale. He is supported by John O'Cooper and Juan Harris. We've got an all-TRA pairing for those referees today. As NOLA comes out of the scrum, it's a little bit slippery. You're going to see that throughout the day. There's a target still wet from about 4 inches of rain last night. And that's a huge penalty for Miami. They like that.
Again, with the high stakes on the line, we're already getting warnings from both sides. Again, we already know what to anticipate from both sides.
I apologize. This is men's D3. This is, of course, men's D2. But a nice clearing kick there to move Miami up the pitch. They're going to gain a bunch of territory on that. So a key poach right there with NOLA threatening, and a key poach, and this will bring the line out just right in front of us. Miami with the throw in. This will be hooker Luis Oldman Lucas throwing in. Doesn't look that old. He's only 38.
38's the new 28, as I always say.
That's right. Also played for Wisconsin and Columbia. He's a national champion in 2013, runner-up in 2012 and 2015. As we see NOLA steal this. So right away we're seeing some topsy-turvy play from these teams. They're going to move it out to the left, give their backs a little bit of room, see what they can do with it. All the way out to the edge. We're in that 5-meter channel. We were saying the pitch is a little bit slippery. You will see players falling. And in some cases, the ball is going to be a little bit moist. Has gotten a bit drier as the day has gone on. It's going to keep going on that left side. NOLA attacking in that green and yellow, the gold. A nice little kick over the top, looking for some space. And behind the bounce! Oh, and he's going to do it again. But was he taken out there? We'll have to see if they come back for that one and take a look at that, as the defender just stepped right in front of his lane.
Again, I like to capitalize on the fact that we're seeing a lot of high-paced movement from both sides. Right from the line-out, we saw the great steal from NOLA. And as I said before, high-paced game, and we're seeing it. They're meeting up to my expectations at this point, both NOLA and Miami respectfully. As we're setting up for yet another line-out, this time the line-out is for NOLA.
Looks like they're going to just talk. They had a conversation real quick, the air on the referee, and they talked about that hit, so nothing coming from that. So now NOLA, good opportunity for them. Check on the throw. It's gone down. We're going to maul. Look at the pace of that already. It's rolling. Still going. Miami just flooding in on defense. But now NOLA's got some momentum. Somebody's on the ground. But again, that's that turf. It is slippery. They got penalty advantage now, says Justin Hale. Now he's going to blow for it. So in the lineout, we've got some issues.
I'm doing a quick reset right now. Looks like the penalty will be awarded to NOLA based off of the hand gestures from Justin Hale.
Scrum chosen, so really definitive there by NOLA. They've got a game plan. Look at trying to push this in maybe a few meters out.
And so it looks like they're inching closer to that 5 meter mark. Can't really quite see, unfortunately. At the ground level, we're not looking in bird's eye view. Or like it was stated before, excuse me, the ground is still on the slippery side of things.
Butterfly on you, it was beautiful.
Oh, thank you, thank you. I'm a beautiful person. No, the scrum was on a slippery pot, and again, we want to make sure the safety of these players. Again, high impact, high pace as we're starting the scrum for NOLA.
Just a quick whistle there, looks like a reset. So again, that footing really starting to be an issue. You can see maybe on the camera some of these darker spots. They are just blood kind of walling. Yeah. Reset this one, and you can see it's just getting their cleats cleared. It's a Buffalo thing. I don't know if it's a Texas thing. A wallow.
We've got hollers.
Getting some feedback that we could also call it a hauler.
Never heard of that, but that's all right.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Oh God, not the Gwen Stefani reference. So setting up for another scrum. Again, if you were here early with us today, congratulations to the Blacks and Tampa Bay winning men's and women's D2 respectfully, as they are going to be moving on as well.
Tampa, a huge upset of the Knoxville defending champions, and then Brevard almost getting the best of the Blacks this morning. Blacks survived. It's NOLA getting a little bit closer in that 5 meters, just outside from the end goal. Oh, even closer there. Really going to have to work hard is Miami. They over. It looks like they're very close to short the call, so they're going to keep going with their forward. Pushing again. It's so close. They're really active on that end goal line. Again, they go 5 or 6 phases. Good defense by Miami, though. Short again. By one more time. Still pushing there. They go from the base again, it looks like. Yes, they do. Great defense from Miami. Just a teal wall back there, the Tridents. There we go again. They're just lining up. There's the big reach there. Short again is the call. Now they go with the back stick pass. So confident. Tracking back is Miami. Finally into his hands. It's really not on. Wow, what defense. The wing had to come from so far away to stifle that. So you got a goal on dropout.
Yes, great read from the Miami right there, seeing what the back line was setting up to do. The back line was waiting patiently as the forwards were trying to hammer that ball in, again, being denied by that teal wall, as you say, and they were able to, like I said, see that cross kick coming and set themselves up.
Yeah, it's a really good option to kick pass. Usually you see it with some advantage, so really interesting by NOLA to take that choice, but they got the kick here. Restart, they'll work again. Started at their 50-meter line, already across the 40-meter line, a little bit low again. That's where we're starting to see where the ball is a little bit slick. So knock-on scrum to Miami.
Again, great defensive in right there from Miami right there, as we saw right at the try line, and again right here when they did the drop goal line right there, getting themselves out from that danger zone as they pushed them back. They're now close to the 10-meter mark. It's about a few or so meters away from the 10-meter mark as they're setting up yet for another scrum. It looks like this scrum will belong to Miami.
So the Tridents hold their weak side wing over. He's just stacked behind the fly half. So maybe some options coming for this back line. Going to stand this one up, so a restart for this scrum.
We're hearing a lot of communication on the NOLA side on whom to watch, just in case if they try to do a hat trick on the Miami side. Seeing them rearrange their defensive sides, looks like they're setting up a square pendulum on the back end on NOLA. As Miami, they're calm, ready for the ball to exit out to their back line.
We haven't talked about the weather yet. It's only 80 degrees, but the humidity here about 100%, which is very abnormal for Austin. Usually 50% humidity. So we will be taking water breaks at that 20-minute mark, even though both of these teams are used to high humidity. Clean scrum. It did go down, so now here comes the wing inserting. They've got some space on the outside here, one-on-one, and it's a good step. He beats 1, 2, finally brought down from behind. It's a fantastic run by Will Newell. Miami, excuse me, that's the wrong roster. Miami's going to keep going here. was a big run by Blake Loretta, wearing that number 11. Trying to go over the top, but picked up by NOLA, but going to come back for the penalty. And we do have an injury in the middle of the field here. Kind of writhing around. I think he took a rib breaker. That one really could hear it from here. Painful.
Definitely agreed. I mean, definitely you don't want to have those type of injuries right now, especially in this high-paced match right now.
No, wait. Water can go.
Take a look at him. He's the scrum half, Marcus Gomez. Looking like he may be able to continue, but just took what we would call it a hospital pass, right? So
yes.
Pass to your friend and the ribs are exposed, so it's very difficult. We are hearing the call for the tee now, so Miami eager to get some points on the board.
From quite a distance, too. It looks like it's going to be, if they're going to mark it at the 10, it looks like it's going to be a 40-meter attempt.
Yeah, and we've seen earlier misses because the turf, again, is just a little bit slick. Kickers aren't able to get their footing right. So will be the fly half, Mark Merowitz, 27 years of age out of Life University. He'll take the point attempt for the Tridents.
So we're waiting patiently. Again, the back line is still discussing what they wanted to do. In the unfortunate case of a miss, the ball is live. If the ball does not go through the uprights or does go onto pitch or onto touch, excuse me.
See if it's through the post, and it is. So Miami with an early lead, 3-0.
You get that? You get that? Yep, good. Miami. Number 1-0. 3-team, Miami. Let's go, boys. So I learned something about Wells.
Again, fantastic attempt right there from Miami. 40-meter attempt. Again, as Wendy said earlier, you know, fields are slick. You had teams running up and down these fields, so the field is a bit agitated. It was a bit slick earlier. For those of y'all who are actually here in Austin, Burr Field, it is warming up. I made the terrible decision of wearing a sweatshirt. That's okay. Field conditions are getting better.
High restart by NOLA. Miami goes up for it and gets it. Able to turn around, carry that one through Rafael Serrano. Miami's going to clear straight into NOLA's hands. Looking for their options here. Big kick there. He's going to get a pretty good bounce. A little bit of ping pong here as the teams working out their strategies, looking for a 50-22 maybe, but too much juice on it. It's going to go straight out. Was he behind the 22? We'll check with the official.
No, not even close.
Looks like he was behind the 22-meter line, so that is a fantastic pickup.
Wow.
It's like a 60-meter kick there.
Yeah.
Absolutely beautiful by Miami. And this will back NOLA up quite a bit.
What a fantastic play right there. Realized that no one was out there isolating. NOLA did kind of a square pendulum type deal, but they were not quite over there on the other side of the field. Isolated, was able to kick. Again, strong boot from Miami, putting them in a great, fantastic position. Again, this will be NOLA's ball because they have a little quick chatty chat.
And that's Cam Falcon, Esquire, throwing in for NOLA. Back pod, beautiful execution, down to a pack of forwards, but met very strongly by Kosta Bareski. Big tackle from him, Bez Varecki. Big tackle from him to stop the attack. And some confusion here, looking to see, is the ball out? Does look like it's out, so it's smart play by Miami. Again, NOLA working backwards, trying to work out of their own end already. They're going to clear this one. Now we can feel the wind picking up just a bit. As you can see, that ball just hanging in the sky for a bit. Now the scrum half passing to the outside to pass just to the backhand of the fullback. a little bit of a knock on, but it just feels like these teams are still just feeling each other out, trying to figure out what they want to do here.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's a power struggle to figure out who's going to take the pace of this match. Again, Miami with that three-pointer that we just saw, three-pointer like it's basketball, that three-point kick that they had earlier. Again, both these teams are trying to establish the pace, establish who's going to start off with this match. Again, it's still early in the early minutes of the first half, and we're seeing some high-intensity plays on both ends. So it's just a matter of who wants it more, who wants to set the pace, who wants to actually start this actual match going on.
I mean, I think we can call it a Caitlin Clark penalty goal attempt. It was at the logo. So I think it's a three-pointer.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Met well, though. And now NOLA, a little pooch kick, as they call it. Beautiful execution there. Just right to the winger's hands. But he's met well by his opposite number. A little bit isolated, so Miami's going to steal this, and they do, and they're off to the races. They're really good on transition ball, and we're seeing that now. Oh, great support there. Bring it around to the insert is gorgeous there. Loose ball, but picked up, so bounce pass is good. Good support by the Tridents to keep this one alive. Got some room out here. Flanker on the edge if he needs it. Winger decides to keep it himself. It's Newell. Finally brought down. Now we've got numbers on the outside here left. Was that high? Doesn't look like it, but it was a knock-on. But Miami looked really threatening right there.
Definitely so. I mean, you saw how the pace was going back, down the line here on that back line. As we saw, number 11 looks like Blake Peretta keeping that ball and basically just crashing into that game line right there. Got some meters on his foot right there. But again, that high pace, I expect nothing less.
NOLA will be backed up again. We've seen them in this position a couple of times. We've only seen them on the other side of the field once so far this game. 16 minutes.
16 minutes
in. We're rounding out that 20 minutes, getting close. We will have a water break just due to the humidity here. The temperature has risen 10 degrees from our first kickoff this morning. NOLA going to keep it himself. And he did try to steal there, but NOLA was strong in contact. Clearing kick. Going to be right to Sheila. Miami going to go quick. Lots of intention here from them. 50-22 attempt. Again, this one is too much on it, not quite to the sideline, but NOLA still gathers it in, and they'll just clear the lines. Miami wanting to play with a bunch of pace, it seems, and like you've been saying, get the pace going, keep going in this temperature.
Definitely so. I mean, for those of y'all who are in Miami or in New Orleans or in the surrounding areas of Orleans or Jefferson Parish, you already know this is pretty much perfect weather in that area, in those respective areas. And for those of y'all who are surprised that I know the parishes, I do have family ties in New Orleans. So family, if y'all listening, hi. No, but to your point, Wendy, again, we're seeing high pace, as you said. A lot of kicking game that we've definitely noticed. A little bit much that I'm used to seeing here, whether it's Red River or Gulf Coast, but we love to see it. Great boots from both sides that we are seeing.
Yeah, and they're tactical, right? They're strategic.
Yeah.
And Miami, in particular, is gaining amazing amounts of ground when they are kicking. They're going to use their backs this time. Little set piece move. There's space out here. It's a one-on-one again. He's got the best of his opposite. Twice, and he does it again. Peretta is going to go all the way. What an individual, just a step here to pull that fullback.
Number 11, blue.
Fantastic by Miami as they go up a bit further in the score.
Yes, so that will bring our current score, Miami 8, New Orleans still at 0 pending the conversion kick. Great effort by Blake Peretta right there. Was able to see the space and attack the space onto the try.
That pass was amazing.
Very dangerous. He's around his opponent. 29 years of age, 5'7", 178 pounds. 14 years, so definitely showing that experience today. He's showing that he's got lightning on his boots. He is just quick.
Oh yeah, supercharged, as I would say.
Marowitz will attempt the conversion to see if they can extend this lead a little bit more. Wind really kicking up now. There are storms to the south of us, but it looks like they're going to miss us. Been very lucky in this event and last 2 weeks ago where it was supposed to be rain all day, every day, thunderstorms, and it hasn't come true. So we've been very, very lucky as we have a charge attempt here, but still true. Miami
10-0 confirm.
Miami defending Gulf Coast champions. They did go to the Final Four last year, lost in their first match, but Tridents looking very comfortable here with a 10-0 lead over NOLA.
Definitely so. Now the question is, has Miami set the pace for us for today, or will NOLA respond back with an answer as we're getting ready for our next kickoff?
NOLA, a storied club, of course, played in Super Rugby. I think that's what it was called, like 15 years ago. They've got a team in the MLR, of course, as well. So a storied club. I don't think will rest on their laurels, especially their dismantling of their opponent yesterday. You see a knock-on and a scrum will be coming your way.
Looks like the ref is having a conversation with Miami. Let's see what's going on. It's probably going to be a warning to both sides.
Yeah, just looking at the general conversation there from Justin Hale. Let's go, Tridents!
We're setting up. Looks like we're setting up for a scrum. Have to double check and make sure they're so close to the sideline right there.
No, we'll try to put this one in. Still having some conversations there, working out something with those 16 men in particular.
Fullback conducting NOLA, telling them what to do.
Our timeout. So we're just hearing it's 20 minutes, so looking like we'll have a water break coming up soon. If we'll try another shot here, we're going to go to the met with his opponent this time. Big ball, who's he going to end up with? Still going around. Knock on there by Tridents. The NOLA scrum.
Yes, sir. So let's see what NOLA can do with this scrum. I mean, we saw that kerfuffle right there. We've been seeing that a lot lately throughout the day. Again, I keep saying the word high impact, high intensity, but it comes to a point where you just have to, calm down and actually, go back to the basics.
Water break now, and we can see the teams are going to come over and just steal 2 minutes of time to just recalibrate and get together as we've got Miami with a 10-0 lead, so no score from NOLA yet. They have had their opportunities, but I will say the kicking of the Tridents, I think, is really pinning NOLA back, and so they're having to constantly work out of their own end, which is just so difficult.
Yeah, definitely so. I mean, you're having to readjust, where you are in the placement of the field, and of course, if that kicker sees that, hey, that back pendulum or that 15 is isolated, let's kick it to the opposite side so he has no way of getting there. So great effective kicks and boots from Miami.
And of course the winners today, so this morning Austin Black's D3, Tampa Bay women's D2, and then the eventual winner of this match will come back to Austin for nationals at Round Rock Multi-Purpose Complex on May 17th and 19th. Well, these teams will play on 18th and 19th. D1 plays on 17th on Friday.
Yeah.
But all to play here for these two teams. 10-0 is a surmountable score. They can come back and know NOLA has it in them. But we'd like to think they've got to get a score here in the next few minutes to really have a chance.
Yes, they have to answer.
In this first half.
Yes, they do have to answer. And also want to give a quick shout yet again to the winners of the women's D1 side, the Utah Vipers. Congratulations to them for winning yesterday against the Houston Sharks, as they will also be progressing on to their nationals as well at round
men's D1
and men's D1.
Dallas beating Austin.
I gotta say, shout out to the hometown. I am from the Dallas Metroplex. I don't play for Dallas, but the Metroplex I am from, so I have to represent for the city.
Well, you play for the HEB. You play 7th. The women play 7th at sevens at their first ever national sevens.
We did. Captain that national team as well.
Right.
Captain. I had to run
off you.
I did. I forgot myself that quick. So yeah, exciting things coming up, not just for the 15th, but especially for the 7th season as well.
We'll get going here again with a NOLA scrum. This is a pretty good opportunity for them. Rory Edwards, the scrum half, putting in for NOLA, 30 years of age. He has played for NOLA Gold before, so he's one of those bubble MLR players. Beautiful! Woo! Absolutely gorgeous. The fly half coming through Taylor Howden, 37 years of age. And what a strong line from him. The misdirection there to send the inside center in and then him around the backside. My goodness, that was spectacular and exactly what NOLA needed.
Exactly. I mean, we just talked about they needed to answer from that try that they had Miami had earlier. And, I mean, he took it all the way down to Poydras. So ring everybody up from Poydras. If you're in the city of New Orleans, in the downtown area, hit them up and let them know that NOLA has gotten their first try of this match.
Absolutely fantastic. And Taylor Howden, I was thinking maybe it's a mistake, but he's played for 38 years, which he started when he was 5. I guess that makes sense.
I mean, yeah, you might as well. I mean,
a lot of experience under his belt. Showing it there, just a beautiful inside line to get NOLA on the board and close the score. Big chance here for 2 points straight on, but we have seen crazier things today with the turf being a little bit slippery. This one straight through the post. We will move that score to 10-7. So again, we're back to a 3-point deficit with Miami leading.
Number 15? 15.
So it looks like we are going to have a tight, close match. We're seeing a lot of great action happening out here today in Burr Field between these two teams. I mean, my expectations are, man, we're still in the first half, so great things that we're seeing on both sides.
Tridents will get us going again. NOLA will look to build from that momentum, would hopefully be on their side. That one just bouncing right into his chest, so no knock on. The clearing kick, the wind again is in NOLA's face, so just pushing that kick a little bit. Might be able to see our AR's flag where the wind is picking up just a tad, so a good line out here for the Tridents. Good chance for them to try another attacking opportunity.
Definitely, so we're in the NOLA somewhat danger zone right now, but we've seen a lot of great things happen from NOLA. If I were them, considering where they are, we'll look for an exit, but at the same time, be careful. They also do have some strong, powerful runners on their back, especially their number 15. Looks like a maul happening.
Exactly, they pick it up. A little bit of a messy ball, so it's going to be taken in by Burnett. He is met by a green wall. Big defense from NOLA. Now out to that right side, looking for a bit of room. There's some shooters in the line, so he gets one step with leg drive in contact. Comes the forward pod, but it's a little bit loose. Just a little bit of a miscue there by the scrum half, Marcus Gomez. Now NOLA scrum.
Yes, great effort from NOLA right there. We saw a lot of great defensive plays right there. Again, like I said before, their back line has a strong defensive. Their 15, Alec Miller, is out here calling a lot of the shots, directing essentially the back line for NOLA. So good on him for making sure that they're all where their heads are up and on a swivel to make sure that field awareness is at its peak.
Defense for both sides has been very strong in this first 30 minutes of this game as well. Particularly, I think NOLA has been under pressure the most. They get an opportunity to attack here. Use the inside center to kick that one, and that's a big one. Just mishandled by Miami. I think he got it into touch. The flag did go up. So there's a big headwind for NOLA. They like that. We just have some extracurriculars, but that's a huge kick. And a little bit of a mistake there, and now we're on the opposite end of the field.
Exactly. I mean, like we said before, strong boots. They know what they need to do. I mean, NOLA's definitely putting up a fight. There you go. Butterflies up here touching everybody. No, putting up a fight in this match. Again, the score is currently 10-7, so we're definitely in for a great match between these two teams.
Falcon Esquire, he's put on his sheet. Here's the throw in. Taking these over, and that's a beautiful kick there. Looking for the 50-22 again, but just not getting the bounce that he wants on that. But still, NOLA has to work from their own end, so they're going to get an advantageous kick here. Still hasn't gone out of bounds. So now finally going into touch, it'll be a Tridents line out, and again, they're just gaining territory with every kick. They're gaining 20-30 meters.
I mean, it's a crazy ping pong match, if you will. You know, instead of using paddles, we're using boots. It looks like we're just shy of the 10-meter mark on the NOLA's territory.
Old man Lou looking to throw this one in. It's to the back pod, off the top, into the fly half's hands. It's a skip pass, inside, insert. They read that all day, did the defense. But good support from the Tridents. They keep it going. Beautiful ball to the flanker. Now the support coming through. The scrum half is timing that perfect. Marcus Gomez just coming off the shoulder for another Tridents score. What a response.
Very much so. I mean, that critical communication and reading where that player was. Great communication between the scrum half and the halfback right there, the 9 and 10 respectfully, able to offload just in time and running onto that space, seeing it clear. Great job for the Miami Tridents right there.
And Marcus Gomez, 23 years of age, so young man, 5'8", 176, played for Chicago Lions, and then also has done the Chicago Hounds Academy as well, so an MLR, another MLR prospect there. The crowd getting excited, liking that. We're getting some Miami cheers over there. So far, he's been perfect on his conversions. Lining up another one. Commentators curse, maybe just swinging it wide.
Yeah. So the score looks like will remain 15-7 in favor of the Tridents. As we are confirmed by the our number 4 ref.
Got about 10 minutes left in this first half of the men's D2 final.
Yes. Yes, all Texas crew.
We have
Gary Porter
from SIRS from Columbia helping us.
And we do.
We've got a lot of referees support out here, but it's been a great crew this weekend. All the match officials. There's a selection venue for them as well. They work all year to get here, and then they work on Saturday. High pressure for them as well. Tridents retain this ball. Clear this one, are they? They do. High kick. Aided by just a little bit of that wind again in NOLA's face. Just a bobble there by Will Rice. Just taking his eye off the ball for just a moment, and now Tridents again with territory gain.
Again, yeah, exactly. I mean, that was just an unfortunate event right there. He was just under it, and like you said, took his eyes off for just a second. I think he was just trying to read that defensive line to see where he was going to shift, because we have seen him move very, very agile. He's a very agile player, rather. Strong boots just from him. And again, just taking the ball off for just that quick second, made that unfortunate and unlucky catch, which ultimately led to a knock-on right there.
Tridents have split backs. 3 on this side, 2 on the other side. Have picked it from the base a couple of times. Here we go, NOLA! Use the 8-man kick there. It's a big push in the scrum, but they're away already. Doesn't matter. Tridents maintain ball. We have some extracurricular happening off the ball. Little dummy there. The half break by the Tridents. Keep it going to this left side. The flanker's going to get in on the action. Switching direction. Punish that weak side again, but well defended by NOLA. Good launch from them. Again, Tridents really not making much ground here. NOLA standing tall, and again, double tackle. Massive hit there, folded him in half, and again, NOLA. Good for the poach attempt, does finally come, and now the penalty. But NOLA seems to be upping the defensive game now.
Definitely so. We're definitely seeing it. They know what's on the line. They want to respond to that last try.
Wait.
Unfortunately, caused a bit of an unlucky penalty right there. It looks like Miami's going to kick for points yet again to try to extend that lead.
And it's scarce points, right? So we've seen it 1 try so far. Everything else has been penalty goals or conversions. So definitely agree with this tactic to take it while they've got it on hand.
Looks like Martin Marowitz is going to be setting up yet for another kick.
I feel like the temperature is rising a bit in this game. Starting to see some off the ball action, some chippiness from the players, a lot of chatting between the players as this penalty goal looking like it's going to sail right through, and it does. Miami pushing that lead 18-7 now.
Definitely so, kicking that ball all the way out, straight through.
7 minutes left in this first half. It's so tight. The biggest lead we've seen of the match.
Definitely agree. For those of y'all who are watching at home, whether it's from Miami or New Orleans or even anywhere around the country or here in Texas, please make sure that you cheer on your loved ones that are playing today. They are playing hard.
Tridents get the restart and get right back to the action. Trapped down by NOLA. Stays with Miami. We've got a clearing kick set up, and or they go with the forwards. They do clear. They keep this one inbound though. It's going to take a bounce. So it's up to the pass. Running across, looking like he's going to try getting it the best distance he can for that 22, behind the 22, excuse me. He's just getting the most distance he can, and that was a beautiful 35, 40-meter kick to clear. Now Miami will have a lineup just right in front of us.
Again, strong kicking plays that we're seeing. I think this is nothing but kicking plays from both sides that we've seen thus far. Again, great effective kicks, I would say. They're not aimless as you would see in some matches, so kudos to both teams as we are setting up for a line out just in the Tridents territory just past the 50.
Lots of movement in that line out, and wow, what a reach from the number 8 to get that back for his side. And now a big break in the middle. He's got support if he needs it. He keeps it himself. He's taken out in the effort. Now the offload comes. Miami on a tear. There's lots of gold jerseys, though, around him. Needs some support from Miami. Here it comes into the hooker. What a clear that was. But NOLA getting in there and disrupting that one. A knock-on. Wow, just amazing defense there by NOLA.
Yes.
Save that looked like a sure try.
Yes, great try-save tackle by Alec Miller right there, the number 15 from NOLA. That's basically slowed that player down significantly. That allowed time for NOLA to get back on sides to make those couple tackles to eventually draw that penalty right there. So kudos to him. Again, he's been doing a lot of the locomotive engineering with the NOLA's backline. We've seen a lot of things going on. Him controlling where people are going, the pendulum swings, the kicks, telling them when to speed up or slow down. So Alec Miller is definitely that voice in that backline.
Absolutely. Big impact players, big time. We need those players to step up, finish the moment. About 3.5 minutes left in this first half. We are getting down to where the teams will take a break and recalibrate. Miami still in the lead, 18-7. Just scoring a few minutes ago. NOLA working out of their own 10-meter. And take it straight up, trying to get some distance between them and the Tridents. Now we'll see the kick clearing, and it's another big one. Bring that one up almost to the 40-meter line. The Tridents, the recipient here, every time this happens, just have to clear and try to get a great layout shot.
Definitely so. And I mean, good effort from the Tridents too, because you can see when NOLA does have the ball, they're applying that defensive pressure that's forcing NOLA essentially to kick nonstop. Again, effective kicks, but if you're having it to be on your back, I mean, you got to award that to the Miami Tridents for doing that.
Comes off the back of the line out in the 8, just running amok. Manu Kraus running like a man unhinged for his side. Now to the backs, a little chip again over the top. Thinking they maybe got a mismatch in speed. Stays with NOLA though. And they'll have to clear. So again, Tridents are going to have an awesome spot for a line out.
Definitely. We saw now back-to-back now, NOLA having to make those emergency kicks just to give them some breathing room. Again, the Tridents setting themselves up for success, being able to force them, putting them on their back end to force them to kick out or, overstep them and attack the space to get the try. So Miami's doing exactly what they need to do to maintain that possession.
Old man Lou will throw this one in. Doesn't look like he's not the oldest on the squad because number 17, if he comes off the bench, Gonzalez is also 38. Excuse me, Rob Laura is also 38. So 2 38-year-olds on this Trident squad. That just hurts me. I played into my 30s in this, so I can't imagine playing almost 40.
Doesn't feel great. Let you know right now.
I didn't want to age you.
It's all right.
Little knock on there. NOLA had the chance to run this out. Some space on the outside, but the try score Peretta. Key on his tackle there. And NOLA, with the last moments of this first half, are on the referee watch now. See if they can do something with it. Box kick, so it's short. NOLA goes up for it, knocks it back. Now a player on the deck, though, so we're going to have a penalty here. So hard to not want to touch that ball. Now we're not 10. We're going to have a penalty here. Double whistle. I think we might see our first color of this match. It's probably going to be the color of my favorite food.
The color of cheese, Wendy.
Cheese.
I mean, you know what? You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
I'm just going to have a chat here with Justin Hale. That's what we call a professional foul. And you just stop the advancing runner. A long conversation for a sort of a clear-cut yellow card. Very interesting. So looking like it's going to be just a warning. Really interesting there. That's a clear-cut yellow if I've ever seen one. What do you think?
I agree. I think that was a clear cut. I mean, when you see knocks like that, I get it. You would have stopped the play, but you can't stop a play like that. That, in my opinion, that would have been a yellow. But looks like Justin has it under control. He's like, you know what? Let's get this final warning. I hope that's the final warning.
Sure.
For this match, because again, I get what's at stake. That doesn't mean people need to lose their heads. You got to play with focus.
Yeah, I mean, lucky NOLA can call themselves lucky for sure there. Not have that happen to them, so we'll see if this man can put over another penalty goal. Martin Marowitz. He's a 2024 Florida State champion. Has played with the Okapi Wanderers, Finn Rugby. as well.
I guess he's taking his time, make sure everything's lined up.
And that one, if it bends in, and it does, we go into with an end of the end here, a couple of penalty goals. We're very comfortable at 21-7. But I mean, this is anybody's game. This is the championships.
I mean, very much so. I mean, high intensity that we're seeing on both sides. I mean, Miami's coming out. They're applying that pressure towards NOLA, but NOLA is always able to respond back. Unfortunately, it's on their back end, but you never know with this break for halftime. Maybe we'll see something actually come out. They might take a little trip all the way down to the try line and, keep it going all the way to Cafe Du Monde. We don't know. We might see it.
That's right. Stay with us. We'll be back in a moment for the second. Welcome back to the men's D2 final, the last one. It's been a fantastic weekend with this morning men's D3 Austin surviving a rubbered side. Just a fantastic match. If you didn't see that one, you're going to want to go back and watch it because they had Austin quaking in their boots. And then the women big upset there. Tampa Bay upsetting the defending champions. Apologize if you're hearing any colorful language behind us. There's some cheering happening, getting pumped up. And then, of course, yesterday we crowned our men's D1, Dallas over Austin, and then women's D1, the Vipers. Crushed, I think. I apologize, but the score shows crushed.
That was crushed.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sharks. So they'll come back stronger, of course. So strong slate of teams as we move towards our last championship here. So last 40 minutes, Miami in the driver's seat, though, leading 21-7. What do you think we're going to see in this second half if you could look into your crystal ball?
I mean, if I can see in the crystal ball, you know, NOLA's pumped up. They had their rest. They revamped. They know what they want to do. So they're going to come off headstrong. They want to put some more points on that board. Miami, on the other hand, they have set the pace for the first half. So they're hoping to not only maintain pace, but to pick it up just to keep NOLA on their back feet. But like I said, NOLA, they're out and ready, fresh of water. They know what to do. They know the game plan. They're ready to put some points on the board. I can see it in all their faces right now.
Yeah, I think you could hear their sideline, and I've heard the other sideline as well, but it was definitely some colorful language and some excitement, and like, you know where you are, let's go, let's get back to our game plan, so that refocus, that moment they can have. But Miami has the benefit of the lead here, and they get the ball as well. They'll take this right up into contact, and they're going to go back to this kicking game. They've been doing it the entire time. The only difference, though, is the wind is going to be in their face, and we have seen that was a little bit difficult for NOLA in the first half, as we've got a loose ball here. NOLA picks it up. Beautifully done there by that back to get NOLA possession of that ball and to avoid the tackler. As a knock-on happens there, I was saying the kicking could be to Tridents' benefit, but the wind could be in their face also.
Definitely so. I mean, you have to take that into consideration. The elements, you know, it could be for or against you. That last pass off right there, unable to connect from that scrum half to the receiving player right there, so that caused the unfortunate knock-on. So we were setting up, looks like it's going to be a Trident scrum.
You can see the players just trying to remove that mud from their cleats. Did get 4 inches of rain last night, so it has made the fields. They've held up spectacularly well today, but 4 inches is 4 inches, and so it's been a bit muddy out there.
Definitely so, not to mention all the teams that have caused a bit of an aggregate for the field as well, so that's also the contributing factor.
Big push from NOLA. Oh, they almost stole that one. Whistle coming from the referee. So just a reset there. Generally will give the benefit to the team with the push. So an interesting interpretation there, Justin Hale. Trying to get another shot at this scrum. Big push again from NOLA. Able to get the ball out, though, the Tridents. Misdirection in the back line. Beautiful cover tackle by the flanker. In from the side is the call. NOLA will take over with the benefit of a penalty.
Definitely. So let's see how well they can use this penalty. I mean, so many things can happen. Looks like yet again the locomotive for the back line. You ready to kick out?
Will Rice with the kicking duties. Gets a good strike on that and get some distance for NOLA. He's 28 years of age, 6'1", 215, played for 14 years. His list of previous teams is so long I can't go into it, but he was a 2013 Illinois State Football Champion, 2014 Naperville's Warrior 4 of the year, and 2022 Hanan River Coyotes 4 of the year. He's got some accolades to his resume.
Bit of a tip-off right there.
Collapsing that tunnel, though, so penalty to NOLA. 2 in a row. Gained a bunch of territory out of that.
Again, look where NOLA is right now. I mean, they started on their side of the territory of the 50 just because of these penalties that Miami is drawing, is able to scoot NOLA up closer and closer towards the try line. So let's see what they can do in their advantage. Yet another boot that pushes them closer.
They'll be about 10 meters out. A really good opportunity for NOLA, and if they can strike first here, have to think that's going to bolster them quite a bit, even though that score line 21-7 not in their favor, but a quick strike here could be what they're looking for. You go 2-pot, it's an overthrow, so Tridents spoil benefit of just a miscue there, and they're going to kick it. Be under some pressure here. Looks like a little bit of a knock on there. NOLA will still get this ball, still with them.
But again, those mishaps that we're seeing, NOLA, again, they were at their 10, or close to 10, towards the try line. Now they're back in their territory behind the 50-meter mark. They have to turn it on if they want to respond. Like you said, 21-7, not a gap that you want, but they have to respond.
Yeah, it's a 2-try game, right? And
yeah.
That's if you can contain the Tridents, and I think that's where the conversation's probably going to start going if they can't strike here.
Definitely.
They've got to do it when it counts. That lineout was a perfect opportunity, but they can work from the set piece. Scrum for sure. Ball's in. Push coming from the Tridents now. Gonna go out to Rice. High pass, but stays with NOLA. Good support. Kick. A nice strike. The Tridents are there. The kick fake. Good defense by the men in gold. Didn't let him get too much distance. Now big run there. Good leg drive. Box kick. Finding some open space, so NOLA has to turn and chase. Fullback, it's in his hands, and he's got to clear. And we saw this the entire first half, Sheila, didn't we?
Yes, we did. I mean, there's emergency kickouts to allow them some space, breathing room rather, to push the Miami back. Miami's doing exactly what they needed to do. They're setting the pace again, as we saw in the first half. Again, we can see there's still room. There's still room for NOLA to actually make a difference and try to get that try line, but they have to not make those simple mistakes and allow the pressure to cave in on them from Miami.
Yeah, but trying to keen just eat up turf. Like they want to kick it, they want to run it, they're doing everything so well. They can just come through the line there and stop that pass to the fly half. And NOLA will just take it right into contact. Now Rice has a chance to get this ball out. Forwards in the line, love seeing that. Now they've got the back's out, but it's another kick. This one a little bit drop kick, and he's held. The kicker held again, so we'll get the penalty all the way up here. Well spotted by Justin Hale. And Rice going to eat up some turf of his own. And now NOLA doing what we've seen Tridents do the whole game. Their end to the other end. I haven't seen a lot of replacements coming in for these sides either, so as we get a little bit later, wondering what the impact from the bench will be.
It's actually a great thought, too. I just now realized that observation. You would think fresh legs would be good for the second half, but maybe both sides have strategic plans on as far as their impact or finisher players for this match.
Yeah, we're almost to the 50th minute of this match. We're not too deep into the second half, but with the weather and the humidity that it is, that's a huge run by that forward there. I didn't quite catch his number, but that was a big run by him. Some switching in the line. And a knock on by Trident, so it'll be a NOLA scrum. You don't often see the forwards execute a switch from the pod there. That was nice.
That is nice. I mean, I've seen tips done from forwards, from that primary to the secondary, but seeing that switch, sometimes forwards can do a little back action. You never know.
For sure.
You never know.
I'm not judging. I'm just saying it's not common. It's exciting.
We like a little hat trick from the forwards. Keep it up.
Right. Split backs for NOLA. Fullback is stacked behind Rice. Wind picking up just a bit. Kind of hit and miss where it's in your face constant, and then it goes away for a little bit. We're going to go to that right side. The loop with the scrum half. Rice again, quick hands. That's just gorgeous. To that outside channel, the wing going to run a bit. Getting them closer, about 10 meters out is NOLA. Big push coming from Tridents, though. Maintain possession, does NOLA. Oh, right up to the hooker. Tridents are going to take over. And they're going to clear this one. A big kick. Just outside, just inside the 22. That's a big clearing kick. And NOLA looking, they probably want that one back.
They really do. I mean, look where they were. They were right there knocking on the door, essentially. Unfortunately, that unfortunate knock that NOLA did and recovered in Miami.
Play behind the rock. No, I know. Just so we stop those short kicks.
We have to feel, we have the benefit of seeing the coach over here. Just very frustrated with his side. Just wanting them to take advantage of those opportunities when they're right in front of them. It's so hard. Coach killer, as you'd say.
Yeah. Especially you're that close to that try line.
Tap that one down, but it's going to be not straight. So another mistake there. Scrum to the Tridents. No score in this second half yet. Still 21-7. I've seen some glimmers from NOLA not being able to really put the bow on when they needed to.
It still looks like back line. Try to see what they want to do, lining up their men's. Looks like Miami Tridents. Looks like they're getting ready to set up for a run and not a kick based off of that initial pod, and then, of course, the finishing back line.
With the feed, big push coming from NOLA. 8-man trying to get it out, but it's a knock on there. So NOLA, you can see that passion, that excitement from them. Some gentlemanly persuasions there, just getting to know each other a little bit better.
I would say so. You know, it's not bad to say hi to your fellow sportsmen. NOLA capitalizing on that last scrum. That's something that they definitely needed, desperately needed, to get that possession back. So now that they're inching now closer to the 50-meter mark, they need to do something monumental in order to get back into the Miami's territory. That's what they need.
Definitely agree with you. Getting this position before, though, where NOLA back with the scrum. Now the push from Tridents, but it comes out. Rice is going to go back to the boot. That's a huge one. Is there too much on it? We'll have to see if it's going to go out the back, and it does look like it's going to be too far, so it's going to come all the way back. So it's the right idea.
Yeah, right idea. I mean, I will time that ball had, I mean, up in the air. That was miraculous from NOLA. Again, we would like to see it a little bit more effective. It looks like we're about to start having some fresh legs.
Cam Troxler is going to come in, former gold, number 31. He's also a U.S. All-American Sevens. For Tridents, looking like Rob Laura, the other 38-year-old, is going to come on. So going to the bench with some experience. Played for 17 years, Miami, RSU, University of Florida. Two-time All-UCSC snooker for the University of Florida. So going to the bench for some experience here.
Yes, very much so. Smart move for the Tridents as well, especially to maintain that pace that Miami has set to disrupt NOLA as much as possible.
I can hear him fine.
Oh, well.
I don't know how good I am then.
Scrum is setting up for Trident.
This one, big hold. Nobody can get any distance on that scrum in the territory. It's a nice dish inside to the 8-man. He gets through. Miami's keen to go quick. We're starting to see some tempo change from them. Disrupted by NOLA. Stolen its right. He's under a lot of pressure. NOLA's going to be forced to clear again. Tridents benefactor of another line out deep inside their opponent's territory.
Yet again, another exit plan for NOLA. So we'll see what they'll do during this line out.
Fresh legs camp for NOLA, setting up in that receiver position. Cutting down that 10. Off the top quick for Tridents. Not straight is the call. NOLA will take this one over. Have another substitution coming in for NOLA as well.
One! Wait, 18! One!
Jimmy coming in. Rakoff, 37 years of age. Played for LSU. He's voted most likely to become a Hollywood star in high school. Wow.
Oh, wow.
And he's the star in our hearts.
Hey, we never know.
NOLA's hearts.
Hey, what a resume, I would say.
Time on.
Played for 20 years, so 2 decades of experience. So again, these teams really relying on some of their older players to come in and potentially lift their side.
Which one do you think is more true?
Lots of pressure from the scrum half. There's absolutely no space over here with these guys. So a bit of shoving happening. Nola's able to get the ball out though. They're going to do skip pass to the outside. Now one more hands. The winger. Pod ball. Big shooter coming in though from the Tridents. Big tackle. Stays with NOLA. They're going to go to that right side. Tridents have the launch here. They're driving them backwards. NOLA's not even making the game line. They're going to go to the kick, the exit, and keep it in bounds. Tridents ready for it. Big run up from him and then the kick. Got a player down though for NOLA. Take a moment for him. Time off. 15 minutes gone in this second half. No score still in this second half. No part of this game. 21-7 Miami. Strong lead. National champions of not national Gulf Coast champions last year.
Yes.
Defending champions. Looking like
A lot of good.
maybe able to hold off the strong NOLA side.
Yeah.
Water them onto these teams again. The humidity's been at 100% for most of the day today. And off the back sweat just standing here, and I don't like it.
I agree with you. I have it too. Also wanted to capitalize on something that you mentioned earlier with the experience that we have on the field. As I'm looking at the rosters from both sides, you're seeing experience ranging from something as simple as 4 years all the way up to 30 plus years. So what you're seeing on the field is a lot of experience, a lot of rugby knowledge, a lot of rugby IQ being played. And you've seen it right here, folks. I mean, the constant back and forth with the kicks, smart decisions that are being made by both sides, defensive and offensively. It looks like we are going to have a blood sub in.
Jorge Gonzalez coming in. I'll let you know who's coming off. The locks. The wrong roster. Sean Petrich coming off for the blood sub for 15 minutes. Brendan Weaver coming on for him. We'll possibly see a shift in the crowd. Time on. This is the player coming off for the scrum as they make their replacement there. NOLA shifting a few things around. We could see him come back on. It does look like it's a cut on the back of the head. So we'll try to get that stopped. We do have a doctor on staff, so we'll put lots of work into that. We were doing stitches earlier today, so we do it all. A loose ball out the back. They're going to switch directions. Going to kick. Finding some space behind. It could be 22, but the bounce isn't quite there. So Miami will gather this in. Going to go himself. What a pass to the outside. NOLA tracking back, though.
All sealing the ball, sir. Look at that.
Miami still going. big carry there and an offload. Just tackle from the ground. Now going to go to the weak side, right to this edge. Caught inbounds, and what a job there to stay in bounds as well. Not rolling away is the call from the referee. So Tridents have a penalty.
As we heard, like right close up to us, you hear a lot of the impacts of these hits. I mean, strong hits from both sides.
What's up? Going to get too much distance from that. Stays with Miami. Don't have a lineup here.
So number 16, Rob Laura, the other 38-year-old, as you would say, throwing it in. Like I said before, the 38 is the new 28, boys and girls.
Two-pod off the top again. Forwards in the back line. Look at that beautiful work there by the man wearing number 8, Kraus. Another penalty, this time against the Tridents. So clearing at the ruck, playing the man at the ruck there. So NOLA going to have to clear their lines again. Again, working out of their own end. I'm on repeat.
Feels like the same again, like you mentioned. Again, like you said, they're on their end. They have to do another escape kick.
You ready?
Decent kick there, got some distance.
Boys can do it. Not too much work.
Sub.
Ron, can you call him in? Substitution for NOLA. Vince Dua coming on, 28 years of age, Louisiana Tech, 2014 Rookie of the Year for Shreveport, 2019 and Most Improved Player for NOLA, 2021 Forward of the Year. So, and just coming to the bench, picking up some of these players that they can really depend on.
Jack, you're in the line out! Jack, you're in the line out!
Do a comp.
Excellent chance here for NOLA. Has time quickly down there. 22 minutes left in this match. Just 2-point match, and here's what they need. NOLA needs this. The hooker on the channel going right up the sideline. Much better for NOLA. They need to work here. That's another pass, just not to hand. Tridents to take over. Ankle tap tackle there by the man with the knock on. The kick going to come from the fullback. Lots of hang time on that one. Picked up by Kenny Jenkins. He'll return the kick. It's going to be make Tridents go back though, track back on their own ball. They've been brought back into their own 22. We'll have to see what they call it. It was not brought back in as a call. Started from inside the 22. Some frustration on NOLA's side. The Tridents ball.
Back in. This is a joke. Right.
I mean, it's so clear he knocked the ball back in the 22.
Sure. Just seeing some frustration coming from the NOLA coaching staff. NOLA stealing that one. To go off the top there. It's a big bruising run by the man wearing number 17. And NOLA just going to go right back to work. Have to feel that 20 minutes to go in this game. They've got to strike when the iron's hot here. With the ball in hand, they've got the opportunity. Some fresh legs on, now taking carry. There's a penalty there, offsides. Thought about going quick, but now it goes to Rice's hands. He can boom that leg down. Well, he'll boom the ball with his big legs.
Yes. I hope that was what you meant.
Yeah. That's a great kick from him, so we'll have a line out about maybe 10 meters out or so.
Now, as we talked about before, you know, striking when the iron's hot. The iron is hot. They're close to the try line. They have to do something. They must do something. For NOLA, as they're, again, right again, backing Miami Tridents into their own try.
They go short again. Worked last time, got him about 20 meters, this time about 5. Showing some confidence here is NOLA, working about 8 meters out. It's a big carry by Chris Coles. How they're going to use those forwards. There's Cam, former NOLA goal player. NOLA depending on those forwards, but we've seen Trident's defense so strong. Look at them so spread already. Dangerous tackle is the call there. So Trident's backed up again. They go quick out to the outside. Can this be the difference? And he's over. I believe that's number 14, Kenny Jenkins, striking finally when that iron is just piping hot. It's so hot it burned me.
Exactly. I mean, great sliding right there, realizing where he was. Again, sucking the Miami defense towards the opposite side of where Jenkins was. Jenkins was able to communicate to the scrum half, like, hey, I'm here, I'm here, I'm here. And there he is. All he has to do is attack space. So great job for Jenkins, realizing where he was, that field awareness, and striking on that try where they desperately needed it.
I agree with you. Roy Edwards, the scrum half, made that happen. Recognized he could suck 2 players in and then releasing that ball. So just fantastic work there. And another substitution coming in for NOLA. There may be 2 players for 2 16s because I think the 16 already went on. Maybe he went on for a blood sub earlier. So he's back. So Brendan Weaver is back on for NOLA. He came on earlier for a blood sub. But this kick, very, very important for NOLA here. It makes it a 2-score game if he misses. It makes it a 1-score game, a converted try, obviously.
Yes.
But he has to make this kick. You know he's feeling the pressure. It looks like we're going to have the water break after the kick, so you can see NOLA coming over as the kick is up. Looking like it is going to go wide. That's a tough one. Plenty of time to play, though.
Definitely so.
Time off.
Looks like our current score, 21-12, up for Miami Tridents. Great effort by NOLA right there for that last try.
Yeah, they definitely needed that. Now they can work from it. It's something
Are we watering?
positive.
Is that what we're doing?
Move forward with in this 20 minutes. Water break, too. They're going to have time to calibrate even further, especially with some of these replacements in. So we haven't seen NOLA.